Oh, hi all again. I'm popping some videos up just recently, ain't I? My slipper clutch come today, so I thought I'd just give you a bit of an insight into the slipper clutch. This is one I dropped off. I dropped on an eBay auction, a breaker. Somebody got a 2016 z1000 SX. Well, with the 2016 onwards, SX or Z1000 or Versa 1000, they all have slipper clutches. I don't know if you know what a slipper clutch is or not, but basically a slipper clutch makes it so, say you shut off when you're decelerating, and you're banging through the box, the clutch will slightly release the pressure because of the way it's designed, and it basically stops your wheel from skipping. We all know what it's like. You're braking, bike dips, going through the box, back end lifts up, and the next minute your bloody back wheel's locking up if you're hammering into a roundabout, whatever. So slipper basically stops that locking up. But they also, another point with the slipper plus assist, as the Kawasaki call it, is it's got the ramps that actually pull the clutch into the basket, so as you've got the drive, there's not the tendency to slip and push out, so they can use lighter springs in the clutch, and it is a lot nicer on the hand, feels a lot nicer, a lot softer. There's my conventional clutch, there's the slipper clutch. There's a lot of parts that are common, so you don't have to get the slipper clutch as a whole unit. I bought, dropped on eBay, somebody was breaking a Z1000 SX 2016, and I bought the old clutch unit so I can just hopefully push it straight in. But there are, as I can see, a lot of common parts in. There's some threads on YouTube and on the web, giving you the parts you need, I think, because people have done this conversion before. But basically I'm just going to put the clutch straight in. But to me, the baskets look the same. The spring, the plates, and the clutch rings themselves look the same. The activating spindle's the same, and the big bearing that goes in is the same. So basically, if you want a slipper, if you want to buy them new, you just buy the two parts of the slipper itself, the inner basket and the part that does the thrusting and thrusting, a lot maybe, the thrusting and releasing, and there's three softer springs in the rings. So you probably get them for £200 or £300. But anyway, this is the one I got. Basically, this is the slipper clutch. The basket is driven by the engine on the gears. The inner part sits inside, and the spindle that is driven on is attached to the gearbox. And then you've got basically the rings and the clutch rings, and they're basically friction material, so the springs pull it on when you let your clutch out, and they grip the spindle that's on the gearbox, and you get dry. Pull your clutch in and you're pulling against the springs and releasing the pressure off the plates, and so you don't get the drive. That's basically all a clutch is. It's a simple affair. Well, it is a simple affair off the standard item. You've got just the springs and the plates gripping or pulling away, no drive. But on the slipper it's slightly different, although you have got the plates obviously in between, but you've got three softer springs instead of we've got 2, 3, 5 on the original. Here you've got the softer springs, and obviously this setup is different, and it all works on ramps. And if you can imagine, it's easy. You've got two sets of ramps, one for the slipper and one for the assist, and you can imagine the springs are in between. If you pull your clutch in, basically that comes away, and you get no drive. But you let your clutch in, the springs push everything together, and the plates grip, and you get drive. But with the slipper clutch, because of the ramps, if you can imagine, you shut your throttle off, and then that drive basically becomes a negative drive, and it rides up on the ramps, and that basically releases the drive. You're not putting the clutch in, because instead of the rotation, then the forces are going the other way, it rides up. So theoretically then you don't get a locked wheel. But also the good thing about it is when your clutch goes in and the drive is on driveway, the other ramp grips and it's hard to push it out. So consequently you don't need bigger, fatter springs to hold the gripping friction plates together. So you imagine, throttle on, let your clutch out, it rotates on the ramp and it's got it. Let your throttle off, pull your clutch in, you release the drive. But if you are decelerating, braking decelerating, then the wheel starts locking, the slipper just automatically rides up the ramps. It's very clever. I mean, they used to be on race bikes quite a lot, but obviously they've drifted down a lot now. But that clutch, that original clutch is shit anyway on that Kawasaki. I did the mod where I flattened off, I put a flat in that and I drilled, you can't see it because it's got all the what's name on, all the plates on, but I drilled a series of holes in to help the oil to flow around these plates, because basically what happens is it's an oil starvation, it's lack of oil, and they'll chatter and it'll judder when you pull off. And when you shut your throttle off or you open up, it kind of sticks and then releases. And they addressed the problem with this slipper clutch anyway, but I actually got round it doing that modification. But yeah, so he's a slipper clutch, so if I ever get the gearbox fixed, the slipper clutch will go on anyway, and hopefully it'll be a good runner. It's got to be a big improvement on that clutch. But like I say, you don't have to buy the whole lot. You can use, by the look of it, I'm pretty certain you can use that outer basket. Use all your plates. These plates are the same as them, although there's not as many. You'd have to get the information for the correct height. And like I say, these are the same. So you just bind them. These bits. And you can do your own mod. So anyway, I'll keep you all informed. I'll keep doing some videos as I go along. Okay, till the next one. Ride safe, guys.